Join me as I take on the challenge of breaking free from these 5 habits that are holding me back from growing. Have you ever felt stuck, like you're not living up to your full potential? I bet you have. The truth is, many of us are held back by certain habits we've picked up over time, habits that stop us from growing and becoming the best versions of ourselves. Today we're going to talk about 5 of these habits that might be secretly sabotaging your progress and how we can work to overcome them. If you recognize any of these in your own life, this might be the perfect time to think about making some important changes. Recognizing these habits is the first step to overcoming them. The problem is they're so ingrained in our daily lives that we don't even realize we're doing them. We think we're moving forward, but we're really just going in circles. It's like being trapped in a never-ending cycle of mediocrity. But the good news is, once we're aware of these habits, we can start making changes and break free from them. This process not only involves identifying the problems, but also building new strategies and routines to replace those old patterns. Every small change adds up, and soon you'll be able to see the results of your hard work. The thing is, these habits often disguise themselves as harmless daily routines or mindsets we've developed over time. For example, it could be the way we manage our time, the way we approach our problems, or even the decisions we make when facing challenging situations. However, in reality, they are holding us back from reaching our goals and living the life we truly desire. So let's take the first step today. Let's recognize that we have the power to change. We have the power to break free from these habits and start living the life we deserve. This recognition is vital because it allows us to regain control of our decisions and our direction. When we recognize our ability to change, we gain a new perspective and a renewed sense of purpose. Realizing this is the first step towards freedom, but it won't be easy. Breaking these habits will require effort, dedication, and a willingness to change. This change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step counts. Imagine what your life would be like if every day you could take a small step to overcome these obstacles. Believe me, it's worth it. The life you want is waiting for you on the other side of these habits. The important thing is to be patient with yourself during the process and maintain a positive focus. Remember that every day is a new opportunity to move a little closer to your goals. Let's talk about the first habit that's holding you back from growing: the fear of failure. Many of us are so afraid of failing that we don't even try to chase our dreams. We stay in our comfort zones, clinging to what's safe and familiar, instead of taking risks and stepping outside of them. This fear of failure is deeply rooted in how we see success. But the truth is, failure isn't the end of the world. In fact, it's often a necessary step towards success. Every time we fail, we learn something valuable that brings us closer to our goals. Changing our perspective on failure is key. Instead of seeing it as a roadblock, we should consider it a lesson on our path to success. The second habit is the need for perfection. Many of us have unrealistic expectations of perfection, whether it's in our work, our relationships, or our personal lives. But perfection is unattainable. It's a myth that holds us back from taking action and making progress. When we focus on being perfect, we procrastinate, waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances. But that perfect moment never comes, and we're left stuck in limbo. Learning to accept imperfection as part of the process is essential. Imperfect action will always be more effective than inaction in the pursuit of perfection. When we stop searching for perfection, we give ourselves permission to move forward, make mistakes, and grow. The third habit is the fear of what other people think. We worry so much about what others think of us that we don't dare to be ourselves. We conform to social norms instead of embracing our individuality and uniqueness. This fear can limit us in countless ways, from not sharing our ideas to not pursuing our goals. But the truth is, what other people think of us is none of our business. We should focus on being true to ourselves instead of trying to impress others. Authenticity is powerful and liberating, and it allows us to connect with others in a genuine way. Let's remember that the people who truly matter will appreciate our true essence. The fourth habit is the lack of responsibility. Many of us blame our circumstances, our environment, or other people for our lack of progress. We make excuses instead of taking responsibility for our lives. This habit makes us victims instead of the main characters in our own stories. But the truth is, we have the power to choose. We can take control of our lives and make changes. We just need to own our mistakes and be accountable for our actions. This shift in mindset empowers us and gives us the freedom to create the life we want. When we take responsibility, we also gain the confidence to face any challenge that comes our way. The fifth and final habit is procrastination. Many of us are experts at putting things off, leaving for tomorrow what we could do today. But procrastination is nothing more than a form of fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of the unknown. When we procrastinate, we're not only wasting time, but also opportunities. The key to overcoming this habit is conscious action. Start with small tasks and celebrate your accomplishments. This creates a positive domino effect that helps you stay motivated. Also, developing a daily routine can help you build the habit of consistent action, minimizing distractions and maximizing your productivity. Of all these habits, I think the most critical is the fear of failure. When we're afraid to take risks and try new things, we limit ourselves from what's possible. We play it safe instead of challenging ourselves to reach new heights. But the truth is, failure isn't the end of the world. I remember when I started making videos on YouTube, I was so afraid of what other people would think of me. But I took a leap of faith and did it anyway. And you know what? It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Now I look back and see how that first step made all the difference in my life. That moment taught me that true growth begins when we face our fears. Remember, recognizing these habits is just the first step. The next step is to take action and make changes. So I encourage you to examine your life and determine which of these habits is holding you back from growing. Make a plan, surround yourself with support, and commit to yourself. Take responsibility for your actions and start making changes today. The journey may be challenging, but it's also deeply rewarding. Every step you take brings you closer to your best self. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to share your experiences with these habits in the comments. Which habit is holding you back the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to take your personal growth to the next level, be sure to watch my next video for more tips and strategies. Remember, you always have the power to change your life and build a bright future full of possibilities.